Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I want to talk about how Tales of Tanorio has evolved over its development and how it went from a good game to a great game. So, let's get right into it. As we get closer to the final direct and release, I think now is a good time to look back on how Tales of Tanorio has evolved over its development period. And there are a few things that really highlight these improvements, and the first one of these is the Tanorian models. Now, I think the first, most obvious Tanorian that has gotten a big change is Chihuahua. Now, you might not know this if you're not in the Tales of Tanorio Discord server, but there is a pretty interesting gif of OG Chihuahua, and it is pretty terrifying. And the current Chihuahua, which I'm sure you've seen, looks a lot better compared to it. Like, the OG Chihuahua, I think it's something that would be in my nightmares. So, yeah, there's one pretty good example of something that has changed for the better. Now, the next example I would like to go over was featured in a devlog, and it is Termite. So, the old one in 2022... looks like if water had an identity crisis and tried to become a bug or something. Whereas the new one, it's got much more bug-like eyes. They've got more detail, and it just overall looks more like a termite, bug, etc. So yeah, there's another pretty interesting, nice remodel of a Tanorian. Now, for the next examples I would like to go over is the environment, and I think this is probably the biggest one out of all of them, just because of how easy it is to see the improvements, which are pretty obvious in this tweet Lucky made, basically going over how the environment has changed over the past year. So, 1 year ago, the game looks pretty nice, it's pretty high quality and caliber, but it's not anything super crazy. It isn't like the Mona Lisa or anything like that. 6 months ago, it's looking still pretty nice. It's difficult to really find any change here just because the environments are slightly different. But, you know, still looking good. And finally, the most juicy of them all, the most recent image, wow. It is just stunning. Compared to 1 year ago, it's crazy how much it's evolved. It just looks way more polished, and the world just looks more bright and saturated, more detailed. Just everything about it is just better, and wow, it gets me excited, man. Like, if this is the quality we're going to be getting consistently around the game, then it just looks so beautiful and stunning. I genuinely can't wait to see this, man, and I'm sure you guys are too. And I think in this video, this is by far probably the most drastic and big change out of anything here. So I obviously had to cover it because it is just mind-blowing, honestly. But let's get into the final thing now, and I don't think it is as crazy as this, but overall in the game, I feel like it will add a lot of character and just life to the world. And that is the evolution of NPCs. Now, this may be small, but one extremely small change, which is the upgrading of the facial rigs, I believe has the potential to add another layer of depth that would not be possible with more standard non-detailed NPC facial rigs, because with this you can get just another layer of emotion that's not possible, especially combined with voice acting. It just makes the game, the story, the characters a lot more memorable, and probably even bests Pokemon in how detailed it is. And it might not be obvious in the examples I provided, but you can obviously visually see the eyes. And compared to, you know, the standard black eyes, having actual, like, coloured, bright eyes just looks way nicer to see. Now, we don't really have too much of the facial rigs so far, but I do know that from what little we have seen of just how the faces look, it's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, bear with me here. And yeah, that's basically everything for this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you in another video. Bye!